welcome to stay up here with me. As you may have guessed, this is the month of National Bullying Prevention Awareness, and we are doing activities in many of our schools just to promote the awareness of what we're trying to do in Marion County through creating a culture of kindness. And if we're kind, then obviously we're going to prevent bullying in our schools and in our community. We've got a bullying prevention committee that's chaired by Rhea Curdy, who's the Dean of Students at Denellen High School, and Sarah Dobbs, who is with us this evening from Legacy Elementary. This is Miss Dobbs. And they are doing a fantastic job helping lead that committee and looking at embracing just different community members and advocates and parents and students to really get a full perspective and a well-rounded perspective in our efforts here in the district. And also, if there are any committee members in the room, if we could just have them maybe stand and wave. Any of our bullying prevention committee members? Mr. Vianello. And I've got a few people here just to speak. One, we'll start with Mr. Danny Padalino, who has been a strong advocate and has done a lot in our community to stand against bullying. So, Mr. Padalino.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for having us. I do want to say that this committee that Mr. Vianello and Dr. Abshire have put together is just doing an outstanding job. They have really merged a bunch of just outstanding people in our district. And one thing I just wanted to speak quickly on is Mr. Vianello months ago had referenced that he felt that there needed a culture change in our area. In our schools in regards to how bullying is perceived, and I know that I've touched on that before. And you know that requires the core foundational concepts must change. I'm thrilled to say it's very evident by what you're seeing and hearing from these people, and I would like to give a little example of that. Ms. Phelan, would you mind joining me? Last year, Ms. Stacy and Mr. Vianello and I attended a meeting at Wyomina. None of the things that happened were under their watch, but they certainly took complete ownership of it and did everything that they could to not only rectify it but completely turn it around. There was a parent that was going to take 2 students out of their school
Wonderful.
And now, not only are they still in the school, but they're thriving. Ms. Bila invited me to her school a couple of weeks ago and showed me all of the wonderful things that they're doing. She has numerous programs that merit kindness, kids doing the right thing. She is absolutely putting the culture change into action. One of the things that caught my attention just as the school year started was this is a copy of their planner that they give out to the students. And last year, I don't believe it contained any of this. And now everything is reach out, stop bullying, strengthen each other, speak up, make change. So I certainly commend her, Ms. Stacy, Mr. Vianello, everyone involved in this committee, and all the assistance from each one of you. I couldn't be happier to report that you know the future looks very bright, and that everybody seems to be on the same page. And once again, like we've discussed before, when children can go to school without the concern of worrying about what's going on behind their back and over their shoulder, it's a much more productive learning environment. So that's a great thing, and I just wanted to take that opportunity to share that with everybody, and thank you all for your participation.
James?
Yes.
I would like to comment to our wonderful principal here. Long before I was a school board member, I was a parent in the district with 3 children. And I want to say that when this parent contacted me and wanted me to come and speak with the new principal at the school, and she reached out to the parent for some issues that were there before she ever came. As a parent, you never know what you're going to walk into, and as a school board member, you never know either. And so I came in there kind of with both hats on, and because I had the parent that I had my heart for, and I had the school system I had my heart for. I can tell you, I've never seen anything like it. She was fabulous. Board members, this principal, when we began talking to her, it was like she had a crystal ball she had gotten batteries for before I got there because she knew exactly everything I wanted to know, and she answered my questions before I asked them. And so I want to thank you. I've talked about other people. I've talked to other people about you, and so you should have been feeling little conversations going on when I'm talking about a great elementary principal. And thank you so much. I that was quite an experience, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart the way you handled everything at that school that day. Thank you.
And from then on. And I know this is going over my 2 minutes, but I I received an award from Teach Anti-Bullying in Philadelphia back in May, and it came with a little monetary, with a plaque, and I was, Miss Bila is having a poster contest for anti-bullying this month, and I'm going to take some of the money and get some Barnes & Noble gift cards to give out. Another member of my group has some T-shirts that she's getting that we were planning on giving out to the students as some prizes, and there may be enough for us to go into legacy in some of these other schools that are participating. So thank you very much, and when the date comes to come and judge them, Miss Stacy, I will contact you, and if you are not busy,
I'll follow her anyway.
we would love for you to join us for that. I believe she's going to do it at an assembly. Is that correct?
Absolutely, at our
Yes.
honor roll assembly, we're gonna announce the winners, and then we could possibly even bring them back here.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you all very much.
I've also asked Jamie Schofield, she's the executive director of Faithfully Guided, and she collaborates a great deal in the community and works just to really combat bullying and help us with our efforts in the school system as well.
Good evening. I'm here to just, first of all, thank everyone for including me to be a part of this great initiative in our community. And you're right, we're trying to create a culture change. And this culture change, and for Faithfully Guided, we started this initiative about 6 years ago. Mr. Bobby James was on our original panel out the Hilton, and we really tried to bring the community together, representing health professionals, law enforcement, counselors, and as a counselor myself, working with other colleagues in the community, this was trending. Bullying was being talked about more. We were seeing it more, and it wasn't just a student thing. This wasn't just a kid problem. We see it with spouses and families in the workplace, and it's still going on. So, in doing all of the research that we did, we found, actually, Hunter, you probably didn't even know, but the best evidence-based program out there is social norming. It's creating the culture that you want the community to really play into, and that's kindness. And everything he said is the exact answer and how to respond to bullying. So 3 years ago, we started Ocala's Growing Kindness Day, and that was actually commemorated by Mayor Kent Gwynn. So this year, we're coming up on that day again. It's October 22nd. And really, this is just an opportunity for us to partner with the community and show what the community members, businesses, schools, organizations are already doing. We have so many great stories in this community. We have so many great leaders that are already setting examples. So we just want to highlight it. We just want to talk about it, especially with all the negativity these days. So really, it's our non-event event. And so we just want to share your stories and invite all the great stories that the schools are doing, the initiatives that are going on that really help to really create that culture of making Ocala so great. So thank you so much for having me.
I will capture the stories that I'm getting so far and send out to you all. I've been sending weekly emails with information, so next week you'll hear some of those stories and find out what's going on around our district. And on October 19th, if you mark your calendar to please wear orange in honor of Unity Day. It's a national day to wear orange. And that is our effort, just to show that we are united in our efforts against bullying. And also, as many of you are aware, we have the Kindness Revolution bracelets, and I'll pass those out to you all and challenge each of you to find someone doing a random act of kindness and watch the look on their face as you give them the wristband and tell them why you're giving it to them. It's pretty fun, and it is contagious, so please go out and spread kindness. Thank you.
Dana, before you, can you talk about that, the email and the video that you sent out
Yes,
in terms of kindness?
I will. The video or the emails that I'm sending out are really just if there are some resources available, websites, training materials. And this week in the email, I shared a video that I actually stole from Faithfully Guided's page from Jamie, and it was, she may know more the story of behind how it was created, but it just shows how kindness is contagious, and it starts with a person who shows an act of kindness to one person, and then that person, stumbles across someone who needs help, and it just goes on and on across different, generational ages, children helping, the elderly, and so it's just a really cool video that shows how you just do one act of kindness, and it might inspire that person to go out and do an act of kindness, and it can truly just go on and on and on and not stop. It's hard to be mean when you're out there trying to be nice.
Thank you. Very good.
Do you want to share any more about the video?
That was the video.
Yeah.
You did great.
Okay. I wasn't sure if there was more to the story of the video, but I thought it was great. So if you haven't read through the rather long email, if you want to skip down to the YouTube clip, it's definitely worth watching and sending on. Thank you.
It was great. All righty.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Let's give him one more. Mr. Superintendent.
Good evening, Board. With the exception of item C 10.6, which has been withdrawn entirely from the agenda as the trainers are no longer available due to the hurricane, I recommend approval of the agenda for the October 11, 2016 school board meeting with the materials in the board packet, those materials distributed to board members at the meeting, and the audio recording included as part of the official record of the meeting.
May I have a motion on the superintendent's recommendation?
So move.
So moved by Ms. Ely and second by Ms. Boynton. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
I'm getting there. Sorry.
The motion passed 5-0. May I have a motion to approve the minutes for the September 8, 2016 administrative briefing and work session? May I have a motion and a second?
So move.
So moved by Ms. Ely, second by Ms. Boynton. Are there any additions or corrections to the minutes? Seeing none. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
The motion passed 5-0. May I have a motion to approve the minutes for the September 13, 2016 school board meeting? May I have a motion and a second?
So moved.
So moved by Ms. King and second by Ms. Ely. Are there any corrections to these minutes? Seeing none. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passed 5-0. May I have a motion to adopt a proclamation declaring the month of October as National Bullying and Prevention Month? May I have a motion and a second?
So move.
So moved by Mrs. Ely, second by Mrs. Boynton. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.